Hi, Taurus. Woo! Oh my goodness, you see that already? I dropped a card. Three of three of hearts. Three of swords. Look at that, right off the bat. I'm still shuffling them though. I think they need a good shuffle here first because I just look at that, another one. They want to go. 8 of Wands. It's going to be some communication. Could be heartbreaking communication, something that hurts you. Could be some sort of deceit you hear about that hurts in some way. It's hurting your feelings. You could have heard about it already. Okay. This is what I'm thinking. It could have been something to do with work. Something was said that hurt your feelings, something like that. Something going around perhaps like that at work. Because, you know, it does have the 8 of Wands here. So it could be in a work situation. Okay. So what do we have in the past for you, Taurus? We have the 5 of Pentacles, Death, and the Fool. That's really interesting. 5 of Pentacles is feeling left out, not included. Also, you know, this could be something that you decide, you know, you don't want to follow along, or you don't want to, you know, perhaps you don't feel you have the right stuff to be included, to fit in, I guess is what I'm thinking. To fit in, okay? Not feeling like you fit in some way. Also, there could be some loss of funds here too. You know, there could be a reduction in funds in some way. It looks like something's ending for you because you're not satisfied here. You're not feeling like included, right? And so you're going to end something, or something's coming to an end. And this could be also you dealing with it, facing it, because this is what you want, right? You want clarity, you want to move on, and you want to know what's going on. Like, that's the clarity, you know, it's you, because also here you could feel like you don't have all the information either. You know what I mean? Like, this is left out, not included in a lot of ways. But after death, you have the Fool. This opens a whole doorway. This is probably a release. You're able to, like, because with death, you're letting something go, right? You're letting something go here. And that wasn't serving you anyway. It wasn't serving you, not how you wanted. So this is such a free feeling, this beautiful Fool, willing to take a risk, happy about, like, looking forward to this new beginning. You know, it's a real release for you. It's probably good that it all happened in the long run. So in your present, you have Strength, you have the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. So look at that. You know, a complete turnaround from your first line. I think this was a huge thing for you to do, and it's going to cause a big change, you know, a new beginning. The Strength is about handling things with grace. You know, we could bring the tiger out and be all ferocious and go in fighting. Or we could go in respectful and talk and be calm. And also, it's all right to show our vulnerability, to show that we're not always the lion. Sometimes we're the lamb, you know. We all have both those sides, that hard shell and that mushy center. You know, we all have those, I should say, not we both. We all have both those sides. And it's okay to show both of those. You know, we're all human. It's part of being human. But anyway, you know, I feel like with this strength card, it's brought you around into a stronger position. You feel stronger now. You may not feel vulnerable anymore, but before you did, right? And now you feel stronger. The Knight of Wands suggests that you're taking action on something immediately. It could be new work. It could be, um, you know, this could be some, because I'm almost feeling like there's two youngsters around here. And youngster, like I'm in my 50s, so they could be in their 20s or teens, maybe even 30s. It could be a fire sign, Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries, and also a water sign, Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. I also feel like someone might be making a move in a romantic direction toward you. You either going toward them or they're coming toward you. I also feel like you want action too. You know, I don't think you want to um sit on something for too long, kind of thing. You know what I mean? If you're in, you're in. Like let's hear about it, let's do it. And also you want action on the romantic front. You know, if you mean it, come and show me, prove it. Because you're ready for something new. You want you really want to um take steps. I don't know. I feel like you could also be, there could be someone really flirty around. They want to come in, be all romantic, stir up everything, and then, you know, leave just as okay. You're not doing okay. I'm so sorry to hear that, hon. I am so sorry to hear that. What's going on? What is going on? Four of Wands, the Hermit, and the Six of Wands. So the Four of Wands is suggesting you could be moving in with someone. You could be this could be a new job, like, because it's wands, right? But this is very much about new foundations, moving in with someone. Doesn't have to be a lover. It can be a friend, a relative, sharing accommodations. It's very expensive now, like rents and prices of places have just skyrocketed. So it's very expensive to live alone now. So you might be interested in sharing a place. Um, but also, you could also start working with somebody, doing some sort of new job. Could be in the entertainment field. Oh, okay. I'm going to stop for a sec, you guys. You know what? I know losing your mom is one of the hardest things you'll ever go through, because your mom represents home, home. And it feels like you can't go home anymore, you know? And oh, honey, well, that makes me worried about you. That makes me worried about you. She wasn't home. Oh, I see. But the thing is, the mom is the feeling of home. And this, is a new role you're stepping into now, a matriarchal role. And you're definitely needed. It hurts. And whew, I was thinking about when my mom left, and it was such a hard time because we had a lot of drama in our family going on at the time. And um and you know I just really, really missed her. Your safe place. Yeah, exactly. And you know what else, you made me think of this is your mom is like the one person that always has your back, even if you're wrong. They still have your back. They stand by your side, and it's hard losing that person. Also, I know when I'm sick, I always miss my mom. Like she'd bring you the soup, and she'd bring you the soup, and oh, hold on, I gotta turn that volume right off. Um, very such a comforting person in your life. Yeah, yeah. Um, but think about that. You might be a good time to write her a letter if you felt like there was anything unsaid that you wanted to say, and tell her how much she meant to you, and and what you're grateful that you got from her. um I always say the best part of me is from my mother. So um yeah. But for Taurus, yeah, I see the possible new job, new living situation, or someone could be moving in with you. You know, you're staying right where you are, but you could be sharing a place with someone. Just like exactly what you say. No, it's lonely. It's lonely living alone, and we need people, especially at a time like this when we're all going through this. There's so many lonely people out there, missing their families, missing their friends, just getting outside. That's wonderful. And if you find dimes, that is your mom around. If you find dimes, you have the hermit next, and the hermit is needing some time to contemplate what's going on. This Four of Wands could be an offer. Someone could be making a suggestion. What do you think? And you might need some time to think about this. You're not sure. You know, you you're a Taurus, right? You're an Earth sign. You don't jump on things like the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands jumps on things. You're more patient. You want to take your time. You want to be careful. You don't want to make the wrong decision, you know? And by doing that, you're going to be very successful. There's victory here. There's something good, for one thing, in this time that you took. Like, you needed to think about it. You needed some clarity. You needed some space. And I have a feeling this could be work. This could be work. I think that there is possibly an invitation to work at a new place. This could be a job site, and so coming and working there, or it's working with someone. And for some reason, you need to think about this. Perhaps it's the place, perhaps it's the person you're working with. I don't know. But this is going to be very successful. You're going to get a lot of recognition. Probably it's just going to go really well, better than you had imagined, because you did have some reservations here. You weren't sure. And I think it's going to go better than you imagined that it would, you know. Um, there could be a fire sign, a water sign, or it could have something to do with family. These could be your kids or relatives, sister, brother, something like that. And you could be starting something in a family business, perhaps. You I think you're itching to move forward, to find more work, to get moving. But you don't want to take the wrong thing. You want it to be the right thing. Okay. Um, because you're feeling stronger now. And this Knight of Cups, I think there's someone romantic around, someone that is sweet, affectionate, caring, maybe even um, oh, I don't know. They just think of you. They think of you. Just it's the little things, you know what I mean? No, actually, painting a rock is a very good idea. You can paint a rock, and depending on the size of it, you can bury it a while and let the earth get all the earth's energy into it, and then unbury it. Um, I do know a teaching about that, and I'd have to go and look it up, and my things are all over the place. But one of these days, I'll do a little video about rock painting and connecting with the earth. So I know a teaching around that. But anyway, my sweet darlings, no, I know you'll be okay. You'll be okay. We've all gone through this, and it's so tough. But you're going to take with you all the lessons from your mama, all the things you're grateful that she was able to teach you. Tell me what Taurus needs to know. Look at that. So, round and round. Look at that beautiful seashell. Beautiful. And mending. Isn't that funny? This one's 25 and this one's 52. Mending. All right, so let's look these up real quick for you. 14. Ooh, here we are. Round and round. The spiral quality of events when a lesson isn't quite integrated. Cycles you are challenged to break. Revisiting a pattern from a new perspective. The appearance of this card is a reminder that although it may appear that you've gone backward, the truth is that you're standing at a higher, hold it, higher level. Looking down into your circumstances, you will learn something, do something better, and break a cycle set up in the past. You actually have a bird's eye view of your initial footprints and can access the wisdom and the lessons learned. So that's this Hermit card, accessing the wisdom. A bird's eye view, look at that, of the initial footprints here. So this is something that you've done before. You've done before, and you're seeing this pattern happen again. And I think this is why you're taking this time, looking for the wisdom in this. Hi, Joy. How you doing? And Dios. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining me. So isn't that interesting? A bird's eye view of your initial footprints and can access the wisdom and the lessons learned. So, and we do a lot of this in life, right? Go around in patterns and revisit things over and over again. And I think to myself, geez, wasn't I here already? Didn't I already do this before? I thought I learned this lesson before. And so obviously I didn't, or something in it. And I needed to revisit it, to see the wisdom and the lesson. So then mending. And I love this one because this is about mending relationships. This takes time. It's not done instantly, and it takes time. So it takes time to sew something, to make a quilt or whatever. And so does mending a relationship. This could be a friendship, a family relationship, but it's trying to get closer again. Get closer, my darlings. Oh, not there yet. 52. Forgiveness. Making amends, healing after arguments. Each time we are hurt and allow the hurt to pass through us, without understanding and integration, we accumulate an unwanted burden. That's this back here, right? There was some sort of hurt in the past. This could have been at work or something someone said. This keeps us chained to the very things we need to heal. The pain, the memories, the echoes of resentments, and the arguments that we rehearse over and over again. Now is the time for mending rifts, healing wounds, and letting go of the old hurts in order to reclaim your power. Now is the time to forgive, to release, to make peace, and to make amends to others. Set yourself free. Isn't that lovely? This is really, really nice. And I also feel like that's the time of year we're coming into. You know, if you live in the northern hemisphere, we're going into spring, and it's renewal and rebirth. And what I love about it right now is that I can hear the birds outside singing in the morning when it's quiet, and I can hear the birds. And I just love that's spring to me. And wanting to get outside and social and smile at people and all that. But there's a particular relationship here that needs mending. Okay. It could be, like I said, with a fire sign, with a water sign, perhaps even with a Scorpio. I'm not sure. But that you will have to decide that. There's many of you out there. You know what? No, you're absolutely right. But we can lead by example. That's what we can do. Humanity has lost its way, but only the humanity that you see on TV and the internet. If you meet people out there, most people are kind, are good. It's we just see all the nastiness like that. They go around, they find it. They try and find the nastiest thing they can and put it on there. But outside our door are good people. And so we can lead by example and bring the human back into humanity again and be compassionate, give people the benefit of the doubt, and forgive. Forgive is actually more releasing for yourself than than it is for the other person. I'm sure that it's very releasing for them too, but for yourself, it's very releasing, you know? So there's a lot of lessons learned here. Um, I for you know, I want you to know that it takes a while. It takes a good year or longer, maybe two, to get over the loss of someone. And that's whether they've passed on or if they're still around. It takes a long time to get over that. And there's 9 stages of grief. If you want to look up on the internet, there's 9 stages. And we don't go through necessarily every single one of them, but we definitely hit some of them. And but they're you know, you're going to take everything you know, and you're moving into that role now. um and anyway, I wish you all the, well, some of it is, and some of it isn't, you know. And you know, usually we can see a hint, evidence of a facade. And if we keep on looking at the facade, who is to blame? You're right. You know, like, um, I don't want to give, I'm thinking of an example that I don't want to give because I don't want to be unkind to other people. But I don't give facades and masquerades and fake any of my attention, any of my time. I look for the real. I look for the heart, you know? And that's really my passion, is to connect with other people like myself, you know, and to help other people see that light in themselves as well. So I know that all the people I connect with have a good heart. You know, I can just feel it. Good. I'm so glad to hear that. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for tuning in and watching the Taurus reading. You got a lot to go through here. I feel that you're on the right track, that you've done the right thing. And there's a big change here for you, obviously, going through this death and the Fool, now this new beginning, this new, you know, you kind of have a new star map you're making here, eh? If you look really closely at this card, there's like a star map she's falling into, and she's ready. She's really ready for that, to change her stars, or his, I should say, his as well. Change our stars or our start. You know, we can. So, anyway, Taurus, thank you so much for tuning in. Bye, honey. I'm going to do, after this one, I just need a 15-minute break. I'm going to do Gemini after this one. I'm going to come back on and do Gemini if there's any Geminis out there or cross watchers. This ad-free video is brought to you by Aries this month. It's their birthday time and their time to send in their annual $25 contribution to the channel. And so if you see an Aries, say happy birthday. Otherwise, hit that like button and subscribe. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate you. Loving you lots. Talk to you later, my darlings. Bye now.